Shakil is their opening bowler, and he's been pretty tidy. Unfortunately, he's been a little unlucky in the way things have gone about for him, but he's given his team generally good starts with a number of maidens and very hard to score off his batting. Amir Syed batted beautifully and got to a well-deserved 50 yesterday. First ball of the morning.
There. Yeah, that one is just pushed slightly with soft hands. It will get to the boundary, the first boundary of the match. And so you need to stay on one side of the wicket. Gets himself into position, drops the bottom hand, and plays it with soft hands down to the point cover region.
Well, he's seen that there was a bit of movement on offer, so as soon as he made contact, he took his bottom hand off. First change bowler, Sami Sohail. The wicket taker has had the golden arm every time he's come on his broken partnerships, and is the top wicket taker of the tournament so far. He has 9.
With an opportunity to find an edge or two.
Now that's where he does want to keep it, but the field is not wide enough, and this is magnificently played. And will put more pressure on the Botswana attack.
Doesn't look troubled once again. His head in the right position, his shoulder, and he just follows through with his shot. But we might need that man over there, the cameraman.
Possibly surprise him, but well played. Edge found! That's where you need to bowl it, and he's got the break. Once again, an inspiring decision to have Sami Sohail actually use the new ball for the first time in the tournament. So 14 for 1, excellent cricket all round.
Oh, you've just got to love it when a plan comes together. Back of a length, he had been searching that area, has missed his radar this time around, gets a bit of shape, holds its line, and that's the wicket they were after. A breakthrough.
Today the captain coming in his customary position at 1 down. Sami Sohail again down the leg side, turned away. Oh, the wet outfield clearly having its effect on the fielder.
Now, we spoke about that factor on day one, some of the issues that we might see in this specific tournament with regards to kit and the correct shoes, because they're clearly seeing that those tackies are the reason why that man slipped there.
Now he does play the pull shot, it's up in the air, and he's got the second wicket. This is Sami Sohail at his best. Good planning, he's forced the stroke.
He has to depart for 2 off 6 deliveries, and here it is again. Short pitched, on the front foot, outside his crease, looking on the leg side. And it's the toe end of the bat in picking up his second. 23 for 2.
So Gift with his first delivery starts the 5th over. So Gift continues, it's down the leg side. This will run away for 4. Once Karabo Montlanka settles in, he can be very dangerous. So another boundary takes the score to 29 for 2. Which area exactly are you from, Arjun?
I'm actually from Singapore myself, but I've worked in African cricket probably for the last 10 years collectively. I used to be the head coach of Botswana as well.
Such a key aspect when you're looking to encourage the game. This is magnificently hit. Well, the invitation was there, and he's taken it with both hands, literally. Oh, this is beautifully driven through the covers for 4. He needn't move at all. And the first shot in anger from Vinu, and he's just played perhaps the shot of the morning. Takes the score to 55 for 2. Hussain very much involved in cricket domestically and also a level 3 coach. We talk about the importance of the coaches that are employed, especially at higher levels, because what type of emphasis is there on this? Because I know that coaches generally want to be paid well. This is a cut shot, and Vinu now cutting loose and really showing what he's all about. Not what Malawi need to dish up to these batsmen. They've now settled in quite nicely into this partnership. It's progressed to 36 of 29, helped along, of course, by 2 boundaries in this over. Got into a lovely position there to execute that cut. Well, that's encouraging, especially if you've got the momentum going. This was short and pulled across the line. He's fetched it from wide outside the off stump and helping the score along, and that run rate, which has now gone to over 7.5, which is exactly what they need to do. So recovering the innings after being 2 down for 11. There's Moazem Ali Beg. Wonderful that he actually made the choice to come across to Africa to further his career. But it's more important because he's now contributing to the game on such a large scale, which is really a noble effort from him. Could put a fielding on this occasion. So Aftab, who's picked up 2 wickets, both of them yesterday, leave you in the capable hands of Hussain Manak and Sik Sochalelwa. A beautiful cut here by Karabo Motlanthe. So Karabo has moved on to 33.
Left hand, right hand combination does make it difficult for the bowlers, for the captain, fielders. Got to keep moving every time strike rotates. And they've done a wonderful job, Six, in rotating the strike. The ones and twos, they've certainly kept that scoreboard ticking.
Beautiful. Through the covers is the left-handed Karabo Motlanthe. And that's 4 more. You've just alluded to. You pick up those singles, you pick up the twos, and just a slight bit of adjustment allows you to get that boundary.
You can afford to give ones, but it's the boundaries that can hurt you. There we go, another one down the ground, and he's opened the blade and hit this into the covers because he's turning the ball away from the left-hander. Have a look at the stroke, beautifully played. Opens the blade, plays it nice and late. That is a strength for him. Open blade, beautiful, elegant, easy on the eye, quality cricketer.
Oh, that's smart, that's beautiful. That is smart cricket. Made up his mind. Front foot across the line, and it's 1 bounce for 4 around that square leg area.
It's very deliberate, this, because there's a man down at fine leg, there's a man at deep mid wicket, and that's the gap. There's the fine leg, there's a deep square leg, and he's hit this very deliberately behind square. He's scooped it. Clever shot, smart cricket.
No fine leg, no fine leg. There is a deep square leg, but he's too square.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this field. I think you probably want to cover that area. Maybe just get a short fine leg. The man at mid-wicket.
Krasov catch it. Oh no! Haven't been up to standard.
Yeah, not great work here. Gifkan Sonko. Oh no, it's bounced awkwardly, but he probably should have just hung back a little bit.
There it is, the sweep. It's a shot used by most batters in T20 cricket. Down on one knee, look around the corner, bit of an effort, a few paces from the ropes. But they've done well here to run 3.
Yeah, lovely effort here from the youngster Sohail Zahid down, stopping the boundary, so saving 3 runs. I really feel a short fine leg's a necessity for an off spinner, especially when you're bowling straighter lines. Any inside edge, and batters will try and take advantage if there's nobody. So now, here's a fielder that comes in here.
A well-played 50. 41 deliveries. A fantastic effort by Vino Balakrishnan after the early scare up front. The 6 4s, and very productive with those 2s between the stumps.
Very good to have a wrist spinner in your armory, in your attack. Yes, he's a youngster, but he has shown lots of talent.
Short one. Waited an eternity, but there's got protection out in the deep. First ball.
He's picked up a wicket of his first delivery, the youngster. And this is the thing about wrist spinners. I just mentioned, it's always good to have a wrist spinner. Have a look at this. He's trying to hit this. He's trying to hit this into the stands. He's trying to hit this into the stands. What is the umpire signaling? I don't understand.
This is the catch. Clean catch. Beautiful, none so whatsoever. There's no other explanation as this one's just trolled over mid-wicket for 4. Fire with fire, Tatuya Nachose.
Yesterday, man of the match yesterday, he scored a 60 in quick time. And you don't want to be bowling these type of long halves. So the youngster, yes, he's picked up a wicket off his first delivery, but he's dragged a few down really short, and he'll just want to loosen up and make sure he's nice and warm here.
Mid-wicket this time around. Will he split them? Yes, he does. Beautiful cricket this. Turning it on here. Exactly what is needed.
He's just rushing his action a little and dragging quite a few deliveries down. He needs to push forward a bit with his left arm a little more. So important as a wrist spinner. You've got to push forward with that front arm, and he's just a little tight.
Kaka on the back foot. It's 4 more. Gee, he's looked good on the back foot through the covers. Anything offside, and he's got an opportunity to raise his bat because he's registered 50 of just 35 deliveries.
Yeah, he's been imperious, hasn't he? This is a glorious looking stroke. He's carved this behind square on the offside, and his innings has been absolutely brilliant. Huge credit to this man, the skipper. He's come in, he's taken control. Have a look at this stroke. He opens the blade and carved it deliberately behind square.
Losing his shape again, no fine leg. A bit of a chase for the man who's just had to come around from square leg.
What a brilliant bit of fielding. What a
effort.
brilliant commitment. Although they've ran 4.
Because, as I said, he had to make his way from deep square leg, come around. We've been saying they do not have a fine leg, which is almost unheard of, particularly when it's a spinner. Up in the air, Kalkona will just fall a few paces in front of him, not attacking the ball, which allows these two to come back for 2.
Life very difficult.
Up in the air. It was directed at the stumps. He was looking leg side and dropped. Aftab was the fielder.
Great running between the wickets. Here we go. Shose having to go top edge straight up. That ball's hanging in the air. Aftab's under it. And you can see he wasn't directly under the ball. So at the last split second, he had to move to his left-hand side. Ball swirling in the wind. Never easy, those high ones.
Chose up in the air. No, not much power behind it. Shaka interested in a second.
There we go.
Chose with a shimmy down the wicket.
Oh, that was a half a chance there. Half a chance.
Had to make some ground. Got the connection he was looking for right at the pitch of the ball. Looking leg side. Always looking leg side, and there was a bit of an effort, but the ball was always going over.
Have a look at that. I reckon there was a half a chance here.
That's wide, looking to pick it up and looking for that mid-wicket region, and there's a run-out opportunity.
Chethe as well as Aftab, who got quickly back to the stumps. Let's see. Oh, is he fumbling it? No, he's got home. Not out.
Down the wicket, 3 extra cover. Geez, they've been good. Tatuya Nachose with another brilliant innings. That's how quickly he makes up his mind. Waits for the pitch of the ball and just places it beautifully.
Brilliant use of the feet. Quick feet, quick hands. Lovely placement.
Is this why you seldom see a spinner bowl the final over? Is it because batters can almost line them up and get themselves into line and look for the boundary? Where it would be slightly more difficult to a faster bowler. Well, it was always going to be interesting. It was always going to be fun. It's the number 1 side up against the number 2 side in terms of the table, in terms of points. But it is 169 they can only muster the men from Botswana, Amir Said and his partner Karabo Modise. Nothing up front, which required the middle order this time around. Karabo Motlaka marshalling that middle order beautifully between the stumps with his running. Him and Vinu Balakrishnan, Tatuya Nachose have done well for their side. 169 due to their partnerships, 88 that was between Mutlanka and Vinu, and it was the last one, 58 of 35 between Karabo Mutlanka and Tatuya Nachose.
Here's the bowling figures. Not a great day at the office for the bowlers. 2 for Semi Suhail and 1 for Suhail Zaid, the youngster who just bowled the 1 over. Apart from that, the bowling's been expensive.
And so, as clear as daylight, in a short while, Malawi will need 170 of the 20 overs.
Day 4, match 7, and halfway through the first match, 169 for 3 was the score that Botswana were able to put together. And really a wonderful performance from Karabo Motlaka, Vinu Balakrishnan, as well as Tata Chose. And now they need 170 run in 20 overs, and that they need to score at just over 8.5 runs per over. So the 2 standing umpires, batsmen making their way to the middle alongside the Botswana national team. Gift Kansonko is the left-handed opener, and that's Gershom Masimba, who's the other opener. So Modise in. Karabo Modise. Now there's a direct hit, and was Gershom ball watching? There's an appeal that's gone up. They run through for the single, but I'm sure that the umpire will call for a replay on this particular run out, and it was a direct hit. So here's another look. He's out of the picture. He is reacting. Is he going to put his bat down in time? And he indeed does. So very lucky, because that would have been an unfortunate run out, in fact a catastrophic one. So side on cameras confirmed that he was just in. 3 chances that went down in that partnership of 88, and then the last partnership of 58 of 35 between Chose and Motlaka made sure that they got to more than a respectable score of 169. Masika's full toss beautifully put away by Gift Konsanko, and that's their first boundary.
So it's important that Malawi get off to a good start, and doesn't necessarily have to be a speedy one, but I think what they need is just to get flowing, just get out of the blocks in a calm fashion, maybe a boundary or 2 like this, rotate the strike, and the running between the wickets was superb.
Good length and good line, beautifully executed from Modise. He obviously recognized the fact that they were looking for runs. All he needed to do was hit the right mark and get a bit of that swing on offer as well. So the first wicket falls and Karabo strikes for Botswana.
Yeah, Donix Kansonko goes for 8 of 9 deliveries. Trying to play a big shot over the top, perhaps a lapse in concentration here. And middle stump, cartwheeling out the ground. Wonderful sight for a fast bowler. Sami Sohail, wonderful all-rounder. 4 matches, 140 runs, an average of 35. The strike rate is 87, so I suppose he can pick that up.
Karabo Modise, who's picked up a wicket with a wonderful delivery. Pitches it up again. There's an inside edge. Vociferous appeal from everyone, but there was clearly an inside edge, and indicated by the umpire.
Best possible chance.
That's a good stroke off the back foot.
For me, this is how opening batters should be playing in the first 3 to 4 overs. And then in the 4th and 5th, if you feel you want to take it on and your eyes in and you've had a good look at the pitch and the conditions.
The one alongside, which was used for the first 3 days of this tournament. Once again, Karabo gets the ball to just come back. That's a wonderful skill. Not too many of the left-arm seamers that play.
It's also got a nice breeze to work with. It's quite windy out there. Oh, that's a good shout. That looks good, I must say. Yes, he swung this back into the right-hander, and he was troubling Gershom. Played and missed a few times, and eventually the desperation we spoke about, and Gershom goes for 10 of 15. And, well, in a spot of bother here, Malawi, you have to say 22 for 2.
Well, you're right, Hussein. I mean, the other thing is, Gershom, you just got the feeling in the last number of deliveries that something was going to give from a batting point of view. And two of the senior statesmen now out in the middle. Muazzam Ali will join Sami Suhail. And he runs in with a lot more gusto. He hits the pad again. He's appealing for the LBW. This is clearly striking outside the line. That's a good decision by the umpire. Excellent bowling by Karabo. He runs in to finish the third over and bowls a beautiful delivery, a Yorker length delivery, really testing the batsman this morning. Finishes his spell with a short ball. It's not the best stroke played. 28 for 2 after 7. Well, that's another a thumbs up for Botswana cricket.
Well, actually, I'll be honest to say that we got very good people who supporting cricket.
Just bowled him. And look, he's come on and he's bowled the key batsman in this lineup. 28 for 2. Is this perhaps tickets? Or is there anyone else in the lineup who can come and prove that they've been waiting to bat out here? So out for 6 of 12, coming around the wicket, getting wonderful drift, leaves a big gap between bat and pad, and that tends to be the reason why a batsman will inside edge. Yeah, he's been exceptional with the bat, no doubt.
He's a good cricketer.
3 matches, 2 wickets. But as you can see there, 4.58, the economy rate, that's the key. So coming through the development ranks is Karabo Mutlanka, and now captain of the national team. Short delivery, nicely put away. And it's been parried over the boundary for 6. But it was a flat hit, powerfully hit by Muazzam Ali Beg. It was short, it deserved to be punished. And gets into position so nicely. This is a short, sharp approach, just a 5-step in. Once again, just testing the inner ring of fielders for that single. Oh, that's a fantastic point to make. Oh, this is a chance drop.
Come on!
And here's the easy catch. It looked too easy, perhaps.
Very easy.
I wonder what the coach is going to tell him when he gets to see him in the dressing room later. The captain, Karabo, really goes very quickly through his overs. Flights is very wide. That's really well played. Had he played it in front of the crease, he would have probably got 1, maximum 2. They can turn for the 3rd. Well, we saw this from Muazzam Beg all the time that he's been out there for his 16 deliveries that he's been out. He's hesitated with his running. There was clearly 3 runs there. And I actually feel sorry for Aftab, who had played that so neatly. So they lose their 4th wicket. And this has been a rather poor performance. He cannot blame the youngster for that. Watch how he plays as he jabs down and this opens the face of the bat, runs it away down to 3rd man. He's run through for the 3rd. He's still seeing the back of the fielder, so the 3rd run is certainly on. But Muazzam Beg was rooted for a moment on the non-striker's end. And here comes a low throw. Very little for the keeper to do. And out by the length of a bat. Or more. Daniel Jakil confirmation that he's the man in. The other impressive bowler in the competition, Dhruvkumar Maisuria, makes something of this innings and perhaps even get his team close. Beautiful drift and turn with that googly. Now he's gone across the line. He certainly bamboozled the batsman. Tried to watch the wrist very carefully. Now here's the other. Draws him into the stroke. Almost finds the outside edge. So the cream of the batsman out. Oh, this is beautiful wicket keeping. In fact, the batsman doesn't even wait. He knows he wasn't in. You don't often see this, but after pretty brilliantly beaten through the air, 12 of 26 for Aftab, beautifully stubbed by that combination. That is a beautifully disguised googly. easiest of stumpings. Just watch this from the square leg area. Foot up. Knew from the moment it beat him that he was going to be out. To Rwanda after the Nations Cup final that took place here. Played across the line. There's a fielder looking to get under this. He completes a fantastic catch. Running to his left. Brilliantly judged. Dhruv picked up his second in this over. His first. And just absolutely brilliantly caught. We've seen some quality catches. Silas on the end of this one to see the end of Jakil for 3. 61 for 6.
Crumbling, tumbling, it is Malawi falling apart. Looking leg side, looking at cow corner. Look at that effort. That is the standard, that is the international standard. Walayu Jackson with the required run rate of just below 20. He needs to get going.
Hold him. Don't take your chances against Dhruvkumar Maisuria. He'll get you. And he's got him.
Look at the bowling action as Gifkan Sonko departs for 5. It is a smooth, easy action right over that front leg, that front knee, brings the arm around, gets the flight, and gets his wicket.
So 3 for 12 so far. And I think he had 6 or 7 wickets yesterday, so he's won too many of the Men of the Match awards, and it looks like he's lined for another one. Plays across the line, just that's well caught, that's well judged. I thought for a moment that's going to clear the fielder. He's a good tall fellow out in the middle, and he's made it look very easy in the end. So that's the end of Walayu, and that's also the 8th wicket.
Karabo Motlanthe has managed to get himself into the 4th over of his spell. Tells you that really Malawi have failed in targeting a specific bowler to try and get themselves going. Because from how he's bowling Motlanthe, you gather that he's a part-time bowler.
Or a mistimed sweep, then there's a chance for a catch in that region. Francis plays across the line straight to the... Is he in? Is he out? The umpire is undecided. He decides that it will be the 3rd official that will judge this for them.
Let's have a look. Side on, gathered neatly, and he's gone.
And the umpire confirms the end of Chisomo.
And give Dhruv all the opportunities to pick up more wickets. Albeit a run out. But it was a one-handed pickup, a clean take, easy as you like.
And Sohail Zahid, the little Laitiki, the little fellow, the pickanin as we would call him here, youngest debutant possibly on the African continent playing in an international. So Dhruv has got 3 close infielders all around for the new batsman.
There are the vultures waiting there.
That was his 2nd run out from the deep. The end of Dhruv's spell.
Balakrishnan has a 50. Wants to wrap this up with the wicket. Straight down his throat, and some celebrations. Picked up all the wickets on offer. Bowled out with 5 deliveries remaining. Malawi, what a clinical performance. Once again, Dhruv performing for his captain. Balakrishnan with his 50 picks up the 1 wicket he was looking for. Job well done, Botswana. Was an inspiring victory. Botswana, match number 7, winning by 100 runs.
So this is the batting card of Malawi in looking to hold down that score of 170. We're 100 runs short with just 3 batsmen getting into double figures. Dhruv dominating, and this is the bowling card. So outstanding performances once again. Dhruvkumar Maisuria dominates that, but there was fine bowling from Karabo Modise that set up the win, and then Muleki Moketse picking up 1, and Captain Karabo Motlanthe once again showing his all-round performance as a captain, batsman and a bowler.